Hello there, beautiful dear soul one. Welcome to this video, number 7 of the Ascension Survival Tool Series. And in this video, we're going to talk about universal awareness. As above, so below. We are not separate. So we know we're not separate. We're all connected, yes? We're all connected to the collective consciousness. What affects one of us affects the other. Although we are all individually having our unique individual experiences, we are all the center of our own universes having our own experiences, but we are all connected, right? It's kind of like the collective consciousness is the main hard drive computer and the main database. And from that, we have all these different lines going to the different laptops in the world, and those are all our different experiences. But we're all feeding our experiences into this main hard drive. And that means we can also take those experiences from others who are storing that experiences into our computer, into our universe, and use that information. So everything we're experiencing is being stored in this collective consciousness, but at the same time, we are all linked, but we're all having our separate experiences, if that makes sense. So we know that we are not alone, and we know whatever we're going through, especially when we're going through the hard stuff, we know we are also doing that for others, because our experience, how we solve that problem or how we got through that problem, is being stored in the collective consciousness. And now tomorrow, someone can go ahead and pull from that information, whether they're conscious or unconscious of it, it doesn't matter. So that's one part. Then the other part is also, we have to realize everything is always emitting frequency, energy, a certain vibration. We are, this chair is, this, that tree is, planet Earth is, the planets in the sky is always emitting different types of energy, and it is forever evolving, it changes. And as the energies change, it affects us differently. So in nature, usually things get harmonized. If you think about a big orchestra, they're all playing music and they're all harmonizing together to play one universal beautiful melody, one beautiful song. And each instrument is playing its tune, but it's harmonizing with the rest. And a lot of times, us silly humans, we think we are so separate from everything else that we are not part of that, and we just go against the melody. And while there's jazz playing, we're just playing hip-hop in the corner. And then that's kind of hard because we're going against the grain. We're kind of going against the current. We're like fighting against the beauty of nature's universal song. Or we could jump on board, harmonize with what's going on, and we can ride the wave of life, and it can push us forward instead of us having to climb ourselves up for it. Does that make sense? So realizing as above, so below, the law of as above, so below, what is happening in higher realms, what is happening in universe, nature, etc., what's happening in the stars and the planets, it affects us too. And thus, we are all connected here. It's the macro to the micro cosmos, and it's playing out continuously. So we can be aware of the energies that are at hand, or we can use certain tools such as numerology, astrology, whatever it is, to tune in to the harmonics of the day. Then we can choose to go with the universal flow that's happening right now, to join the orchestra and flow with it, to be synchronized in the energies of the day. And the more we can tune into that, the more we have understanding and compassion for where we're at. One day you could wake up and frustrated, you don't have energy to do the things you had planned. Or one day you can wake up and you realize it's a very harmonious day just to take rest, and you can just relax into that and take your rest. So really just being aware that there's not just us. Yes, we have our individual life and our individual choice, and we don't have to go with the flow of the universe. You can go against the grain for the rest of your life. It's up to you. But perhaps you want to ride the wave. And so being aware that we're not alone, and there is always a kind of common denominator, what we're all going through, especially now, especially at this moment in time. We're tuning in more and more so into the collective consciousness and what's going on a bigger scale, and it does affect us, and it affects our moods and the way we think and the way we see people. So the more we can tune into that, the easier our life can be. The more understanding and compassion we can have for ourselves as we understand our actions more and our perspective more, and more love and understanding we can have for others. And that, of course, builds a more loving and understanding and compassionate world. If everyone would take on that perspective right now, poof, right? So, yes, it can be very beneficial to work with the energies of the day, the harmonics of the day, the attunements of the day, the astrology of the day, what feels right. And if you don't know, tune into your heart. What feels right? What feels right? Not what you think is the most logical thing to do. What feels right? As your higher guides, as your inner knowing. Feel into it. Alrighty. Thank you for tuning into this short little video, and perhaps see you in the next videos. Thank you for tuning in, and hope this may have been of some type of help. Yes, bye now.